Welcome to the mysterious world of ancient Egypt, a land where gods walked among mortals and myths shaped reality. Today, we journey back in time to uncover the 10 most famous gods of ancient Egypt. Imagine a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago, leaving behind an indelible mark on human history. Our journey begins with Ra, the sun god, the celestial sovereign who reigned supreme over the Egyptian pantheon. For the ancient Egyptians, Ra was the embodiment of the sun itself. Every day, Ra would traverse the sky in his magnificent solar bark, a celestial vessel that carried the sun across the heavens. As he journeyed from east to west, bringing light and warmth to the world, he was accompanied by a retinue of lesser gods and goddesses. But Ra's journey was not without its perils. As darkness descended, he would enter the underworld, a perilous realm populated by monstrous creatures and ruled by the god of chaos, Apophis. There, Ra would engage in a nightly battle against the forces of darkness, ensuring that the sun would rise again the next morning. Temples dedicated to Ra, adorned with towering obelisks and shimmering gold, stood as testaments to his glory. From the radiant sun god we descend into the shadowy realm of the underworld, ruled by Osiris, the god of the afterlife and resurrection. Osiris was a benevolent king who ruled over Egypt, bringing peace and prosperity to the land. However, his reign was cut short by his envious brother Set, who tricked Osiris and murdered him, dismembering his body and scattering the pieces across Egypt. Isis, Osiris's devoted wife, searched tirelessly for his remains, gathering his scattered body parts and, through her powerful magic, reviving him long enough to conceive their son, Horus. Osiris then descended into the underworld, becoming the ruler of the afterlife, where he presided over the judgment of souls. The myth of Osiris resonated deeply with the Egyptians, offering them hope for life after death. Our journey takes us now to Isis, the goddess of magic and motherhood, a figure of immense power and unwavering love. After Osiris's brutal murder, she channeled her grief into action. Her determination to find Osiris's body parts and restore him to life showcased her unwavering love and loyalty. Her knowledge of magic was unparalleled, allowing her to piece together his fragmented body and, for a brief time, resurrect him. But Isis's power extended far beyond resurrection. She was a protector of women and children, a healer of the sick, and a comforter of the grieving. Her story resonated with people from all walks of life, solidifying her status as one of the most beloved and enduring deities of all time. From the maternal embrace of Isis, we turn our attention to Horus, the falcon-headed god of kingship, vengeance, and the sky. Born from the union of Isis and Osiris, Horus was destined for greatness. Growing up in seclusion, hidden by his mother from the clutches of his vengeful uncle, Horus was raised on tales of his father's murder, fueling his desire for justice. Upon reaching manhood, Horus challenged Set for the throne of Egypt, engaging in a series of epic battles that tested the limits of his strength and cunning. The conflict between Horus and Set was not merely a struggle for power, but a cosmic battle between order and chaos. Horus's eventual victory restored balance to Egypt, avenging his father's death and securing his place as the rightful ruler. He became a symbol of divine kingship, his image adorning the walls of temples and the sarcophagi of pharaohs. We now venture deeper into the realm of the afterlife, guided by Anubis, the jackal-headed god of the dead and master of mummification. Anubis's jackal head symbolizes his connection to the desert, a place of death and rebirth, and his keen sense of smell, which he used to sniff out decaying flesh and guide lost souls to the underworld. He played a pivotal role in the journey of the deceased, overseeing the elaborate mummification rituals that the Egyptians believed were essential for preserving the body for the afterlife. But Anubis's role extended beyond embalming. He was also present during the weighing of the heart ceremony, a pivotal moment in the afterlife where the deceased's heart was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart was lighter than the feather, signifying a life lived in accordance with Ma'at's principles, the deceased was granted entry into the afterlife. Anubis's presence offered comfort and guidance to the deceased, ensuring that they received a proper burial and a fair judgment in the afterlife. Our journey takes an unexpected turn as we encounter Set, the god of chaos, storms, and the desert. Often depicted with the head of a strange and unidentified creature, Set embodies the unpredictable and untamed forces of nature. He is the scorching desert wind, the sudden violent storm, the embodiment of chaos in a world that craves order. His infamous act, the murder of his brother Osiris, cemented his place as a force to be reckoned with. Yet Set was not purely malevolent. He was also a protector, a fierce warrior who defended Ra, the sun god, during his nightly battles against Apep, the serpent of chaos. Set's duality, his capacity for both destruction and protection, made him a complex and enigmatic figure in Egyptian mythology. From the tumultuous realm of Set, we transition to a more jubilant domain, that of Hathor, the goddess of love, beauty, music, and joy. Hathor's iconography is as diverse as her domains. She is often depicted as a cow, an animal associated with nourishment and motherhood, or as a woman with cow horns, symbolizing her connection to the divine feminine. She was revered as a protector of women, a goddess of fertility, and a guide for the dead as they navigated the underworld. Her temples were centers of music, dance, and celebration, reflecting her association with joy and revelry. Hathor's presence brought happiness and good fortune. In a world often marked by hardship and uncertainty, Hathor offered a beacon of hope and happiness. Our journey now takes us to the realm of wisdom and knowledge, guided by Thoth, the ibis-headed god of writing, wisdom, magic, and time. Thoth's association with knowledge is evident in his most famous invention, hieroglyphics, the written language of the ancient Egyptians. He was believed to have gifted this system of writing to humanity, allowing them to record their history, beliefs, and aspirations. But Thoth's wisdom extended far beyond the written word. He was a master of magic, a skilled astronomer, and a keeper of time. He was said to have mediated disputes among the gods, using his wisdom and impartiality to resolve conflicts and maintain harmony. Thoth's presence reminds us of the power of knowledge and the importance of seeking wisdom. From the realm of knowledge, we enter the domain of Ma'at, the goddess of truth, justice, order, and balance. She represents the fundamental principles upon which the universe is built, the cosmic order that governs all things. Ma'at is often depicted as a woman wearing a white ostrich feather on her head, a symbol of truth and justice. Her presence is subtle yet pervasive, influencing every aspect of Egyptian life, from the movements of the stars to the interactions between individuals. Her principles, known as the 42 Declarations of Ma'at, served as ethical guidelines for living a righteous life. The weighing of the heart ceremony, a central component of the Egyptian afterlife beliefs, revolved around Ma'at. If the heart was lighter than the feather, signifying a life lived in accordance with Ma'at's principles, the deceased was granted entry into the afterlife. Our final destination brings us face to face with Bastet, the feline goddess of protection, pleasure, music, dance, and the home. Bastet's duality is evident in her iconography. She is often depicted as a woman with the head of a cat, a creature revered in ancient Egypt for its grace, agility, and hunting prowess. She was a protector of women and children, a guardian against evil spirits and misfortune. Her presence brought joy and good fortune to households, and she was often invoked for protection and blessings. Bastet's association with music and dance reflects her playful side, her ability to bring joy and levity to the lives of mortals. In a world often fraught with danger, Bastet offered a sense of security and comfort. From the radiant Ra to the enigmatic Bastet, these gods shaped the beliefs, culture, and daily lives of ancient Egyptians. Their stories, passed down through generations, offered explanations for the natural world, moral guidance, and hope for a life beyond the mortal realm. Which of these deities fascinated you the most? Let us know in the comments below.